Hey guys, MeLikeBigBoom here, and welcome to Unturned 3.14.3. Now, 2 weeks ago, planes and helicopters were added to Unturned. Last week we got water vehicles, and this week is a mixture of a lot of things. 2 new helicopters, a revamp of the Skillset system, a change in the UI color options, a new outfit, a new despawning command for buildables on servers, and some awesome new optimizations. To start off, let's check out some of the changes in the main menu. Now first off, some of you guys might notice that my icons here are a little bit more gray and the outlines of my buttons are orange, and that is because I customized the way my UI looks. And you can do that if you are a gold member now. So if you go into options, you can scroll down and you can change the interface background color, which is the outline of selected buttons, and when you click them, the button temporarily turns orange or whatever color you set it to. You can change the background color, you can change the foreground color, which is the color of these little icons, all these different like this computer monitor, this mountain, all stuff like that. You can change the colors of that by dragging this around, as you can see down there, and then you can also change the font color, as you can see here. Now all of that is available to gold members, and the non-gold members now have the dark color scheme. It just looks better. In the characters menu, there is a complete revamp of how the skill systems work. So now, instead of seeing offense, defense, and support, now you see all these. We got firefighter, we got civilian, police officers, spec ops, farmer, all this stuff. Just check all of this out. It's crazy. So the way this new skill system works is actually pretty cool. So in single player, let's say if I decided to be a fisher or a lumberjack, let's say, skills that are related to that profession, which in this case would be like the lumberjack skill that allows you to cut down trees faster, maybe a higher melee skill, stuff like that, is 50% off. And then also, let's say you max out your lumberjack skill as a lumberjack character, when you die, those skills are not lost. On servers, and this is like what I think is the coolest aspect, you can specify using the loadout command what the civilian or the firefighter or the police officer spec ops will spawn with when they join your server. So you can set it up using the loadout command that whenever a lumberjack connects to your server, you will automatically give them a camp axe and maybe a plaid shirt and work jeans. So it's all self-explanatory, but that can all be adjusted by the server owners. I'm going to look into adding that on my server and see how it plays out, but I'm pretty excited to see how this gets implemented into servers and stuff like that. Additionally, in-game we have some new graphics options that you can mess around with, one of which includes animation quality, which changes the amount of blended bones per vertex, or if you want to see it in action when on low. If you notice his arm right here, I'm currently inspecting my little rifle here. You can see that his arm's a little crinkled when it's not being blended per vertex, and when it's on low. You set it on medium, it blends it a little bit better, and then on high it does it even a little bit more. Additionally, if you're wondering what any of these do, there's now little tooltips, so you can hover over them and see that foliage density changes the amount of visible grass. Debris quality is the amount of duration before debris despawns, stuff like that. That wasn't there before, but now it is. And lastly, Nelson did some interesting optimizations. I don't know what he did, but I used to be getting only like 40 FPS in Seattle, and now I'm getting 100. So I don't know what he did. Maybe he's a wizard, but you guys should go in your game and let me know if there's any sort of changes in regards to your performance. But now let's check out some of the things that were added inside the game. First off, we have a new thief outfit, which covers the IDs 1156 and 1157. Here's what it looks like on a character. It really reminds me of the ninja outfit back in Unturned 2.0. That was my favorite looking outfit. You use that with the Nalus pack. It was all blacked out. Super cool to have like night vision goggles with that. Speaking of which, I should get night vision goggles. Ooh, aha, now check me out. Now I'm really fancy. But anyway, it's just a black outfit, I guess. Additionally, you guys are probably wondering what these guys are. We have 2 new helicopters. We have the police helicopter with an ID of 106 and the Hummingbird with an ID of 107. These are all new helicopters, and this brings the total amount of helicopters to 4. So we have lots of choices when it comes to helicopters and flying in Unturned. Now the police helicopters will probably spawn at police stations, I'm assuming. I'm completely guessing there, though the only police stations that I'm aware of, I don't think they're going to be able to fit a helicopter. Well, would you look at that, it looks like there is a new helipad that's been placed right next to the police station, so maybe we'll be able to find more of those scattered around Washington, and that's obviously right there a spawn point for this police helicopter. Now the movement and stuff like that across these helicopters is, I think, the same. All the helicopters feel exactly the same when it comes to driving them. The only difference with this police helicopter is that you can press control and turn on the little sirens on the side in the same way that you can with a police car. Ow. Now the Hummingbird is based off the Little Bird, like a little military helicopter thing. It looks pretty cool. It's got a nice rounded front end as well as like two glass little panes in front right here, which also makes you more exposed because now snipers can shoot your feet as well as your head. So I suppose this is not as good as the Huey, but hey, it's still another helicopter for you to be able to find out in the military bases and stuff like that. It has the same amount of seats, same with the helicopter, with how you can go in the side seats here and over here as well, and then in the passenger seat and stuff like that. Oh! Ow. So anyway, those were the new helicopters. My landing over there didn't go so very well, but I think they're pretty cool. Let me know you guys' thoughts down below. Also, there was a little tweak when it comes to salvaging buildables. Now it takes a lot longer to help abuse and stuff like that from people just destroying bases instantaneously. And it also has a nice little loading bar right there to give you, one, an idea that you're actually salvaging the item, and two, how long you have until it actually salvages. Additionally, zombies are quite a bit more difficult, so now running through Seattle is probably not the best idea because zombies run a little bit faster, very slightly faster than your walk speed. So if you notice right now, they're actually catching up to me. It's very easy to get overwhelmed, so now you can really, you can't really punch these guys and walk backwards because eventually they'll catch up to you like this guy is doing, and you're going to need to sprint away and get away like that. Maybe go through another punch session. You're going to need a melee weapon to stun them like what I'm doing right now. And lastly, fall damage and speed has been tweaked. You now fall twice as fast as before, and fall damage is 5 times as much as it was before. Now it's just a lot more realistic, so now when you jump off of a crane like I'm on right now, instead of fluttering down and then breaking your leg, now it's going to be a little bit more intense when it comes to jumping off this thing. Oh! Oh, ow. Now it feels a little bit more crazy when it comes to jumping off of items like that. But anyway, that pretty much wraps up everything that was added in Unturned 3.14.3. Lots of interesting new additions and tweaks and stuff like that, many of which have been suggested by the community for a really long time, so be sure to comment your guys' thoughts in the description down below. Now, there were a few minor improvements and fixes and tweaks that were not covered in this video, but if you guys would like to check those out, as always, I will put the full update post in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that you wish, because MeLikeBigBoom is out.